The local artist. The local artist. The local artist. The local artist. The local artist.
Welcome to the Local Artist Show, where we showcase artists from all walks of life. Introducing your host, Gene Hicks, aka G the Man.
Yeah, I'm on the clock right now, cause I know my time's running out, so I'm weighing on my options now. Getting a bit desperate now, feeling all the pressure mount as the expectations pound. Trying to keep my feet on the ground, but the farther I go, yeah, I know.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Gene Hicks, aka G the Man. Welcome to the Local Artist Show. We showcase local artists of all walks of life. And we got today a really hot show for you. I got my man in the house today, and his mama said I better correct and make sure I say it right for his mama. Mr. Chase Davidson, how you doing, my man?
Gee, man, thank you guys for having me on, man. It's a pleasure.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you.
Man, you got some really good music, man. I've been banging your CD, loving it. First of all, where do you hail from, man? Where are you from?
Yeah, so I live like out in the west suburbs. I live out about like 30-40 minutes outside Chicago, like LaGrange, Brookfield area, if you know where that is,
Yep.
Brookfield Zoo.
Yep.
Yeah, man, I've grown up there with my family my whole life, man. We've been living out there, my dad, my brother, my mom and I, so we're all together out there. Just growing up, living out in the burbs, and putting all that together, coming out here now, doing shows in the city, man, over the past couple of years, man. It's been a lot of fun, to say the least, and grown a lot and developed a lot as a person over the past couple of years.
Nice. So what high school? What high school? What's your high school, man?
Yeah, so I went from Lyons Township High School, if you know where Lyons Township is.
I know what Lyons Township is.
Yeah, so I live just literally a couple blocks over from the whole area over there. So growing up through there, very fortunate actually. I was thinking about it when we were talking before the set, but this whole set that we're on right now is like a real production. Like this is crazy, and I was really fortunate growing up, and they had a lot of classes that I actually got to partake in as well too, doing some video production, radio production, some of that type of stuff, but. This is crazy, man. This is super wild.
In the real studio. Yeah,
absolutely.
I love it too, man. With all the lights, everything, I feel special. I feel like I'm doing something big things happening here.
Yeah.
So you got the music book, dude. You got a nice voice, man. You've been singing. I love the R&B flavor that you got. We're gonna get into the hip hop side too, but first we're gonna dab into the R&B side of you.
Yeah.
You got a really sweet voice, man. I think the ladies will love this album. Fellas like to ride with it, with a lady. As the stuff that I heard too, I'm like, man, this is something real nice to sit down and chill with a female too. So tell me a little bit about how you got into the singing part. Did you start rapping first, or were you a singer first?
Yeah, so for me, it was definitely singing first.
Okay.
When I was growing up as a kid, I was really blessed. My family, my mom and dad were both involved in singing, acting, playing instruments, both and played a little bit of piano, so I just kind of grew up around it.
Okay.
And naturally doing all that, growing up, we would watch a lot of like the Disney movies and stuff, so we're singing all the time. We're in the car going into,
Yeah.
the first hip hop song I can ever remember listening to, I consider it hip hop, but it's very, poppy as well too. It's driving into the city with my mom, going to work with her, listening to Outkast, Hey Ya. We'd be singing it in the car, going in, listening to that.
Hey Ya too. All right, Mom.
Who doesn't love Hey Ya? Who doesn't love Hey Ya? What an incredible, what a great song.
No doubt. So you play instruments as well? You play the piano?
Yeah. So I ended up getting some lessons when I was younger to play piano for about like 3 or 4 years. For me, I know how to navigate around a piano. We're not like Beethoven out here, like going like crazy,
but you can navigate through and make some music come up out of it.
Absolutely, because I produce as well myself. And the funny thing is I kind of got to a point with the music where you're doing it all in the books. You're learning all this stuff like out of these, like really like silly books. And I was kind of like, you know what, man, I kind of just want to do my own thing. Even at it being like 12 years old or whatever. So I even started just making my own music, and I got like away from it because I was just like real passionate about like making stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you when you got the bug about 12, you started writing and producing your own music. Is that when you really started getting serious, or did you go through the high school years and pick up that little, you know, I know everyone seems to pick it up around the high school area.
Yeah. So for me, it was piano first.
Okay.
And I would just be at my house. I'd be sitting around and making songs on the piano, like whatever felt good at the time. Like I would even try to make some records that at the time, like there was one song I made that was kind of inspired by the 50 Cent sound. I was trying to make like a rap song on the piano, which was like, even though most stuff I was doing at the time was singing, I like hip hop. I like, there's something just real personal about the music, you know, where I feel like I don't get that feeling very often from pop music.
Okay.
So that was the allure to me that drew me in as a fan and as someone that likes to create that type of music. You know, I like to ride the line between intimate hip hop, R&B, and occasionally we'll do a pop record too, because I do like doing pop records, but the meat of what I like doing is hip hop and R&B.
Hip hop and R&B.
Yeah.
Nice flavor. So you, couple of good titles off the album. Drown was one of my favorites.
I appreciate that.
And what was the other one we was discussing? I can't remember the name of it.
No Games.
No Games. No Games. Oh my God, that is a banger right there. You got any history behind those certain songs there?
Yeah, so let's start with No Games, because that's a record, I appreciate that you love that record, man, because that's a record for me that that's one of my favorite verses I've ever done on a song.
Mm-hmm.
For me, an artist that I really like out of hip hop is Tupac.
Okay.
And I feel like what resonated with me from him that I took and will use from my music is that I think he gets right to the point with his messaging, and he says things without, it doesn't have to be too complicated. There's not a whole lot of like synonyms going on. He's just trying to share his message that he wants in that song.
Right.
And for me on that song, on No Games, it was really about, the song was about taking it serious, and also to people in your life that are trying to tell you can't do something, they want to hold you back. It was really, the second verse of a real story. Like it was this girl I met out, who was the daughter of a chiropractor that I go and see all the time, and she was talking about, you know, she wanted to go pursue this, you know, this life in the art world.
Okay.
And, you know, a lot of people, we live in that type of world, man, where people are like, oh, you know, they try to put doubt in your head to the things that you want to go do and pursue in your life.
Yeah.
It's just because it's how they feel about themselves or how they feel on the inside of them. But it's like, that whole song for me was inspired by that moment, because I'm like, I can see someone, if I'm around you and I know you have it and she had it, and you have to embrace that. So I wrote the verse in a way to encourage, you know, and encourage other people as well too. You got to go for it. Like if that's what it is, and don't let those people on the side like try to get you off your track. If that's what you want to do with your life, you gotta go do it.
Okay, so the title No Game with it. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So you produce with other people? Do you write? I know you write a lot of your own music.
Yep.
Do you make your own tracks, or you working with somebody else?
So let's get into it. So when I first started doing music, I wanted to have the ability to learn and produce records and do it myself.
Okay.
So when I first started in 2017, I just like dove into it like head first. I didn't know what I was doing outside of I can move around the piano a little bit, you know, and make some chords and stuff like that that felt good to me, and ended up learning the ability I've done like, you know, probably like 150 songs or something by now, and I just learned through doing it. You know, there was no like, I just did it from, you know, the raw energy of wanting to do it, having a passion for it, and over time, you know, just developed and developed. And through the course of that, I also met other people as well too that will come and do they'll send me tracks, and I'm like, oh, that's a great track. Let's do something with this. Okay. Sometimes as well too, someone might send me an idea of a record, and then I'll come in and add some parts to it. Or I'll go in and just do the entire record myself. So because I took the time and learned the ability to be able to express myself musically through producing, I can kind of pick and choose my spots.
Okay. Do you have your own studio, or are you working out of a studio?
I do everything out of my room.
Is that right?
Yup, yeah.
Nice production sound, man. You're working pretty good there.
I appreciate that,
I guess
man.
That's the beauty of you know, technology today, is you can really have a really nice setup right at home.
I've even dealt with friends and family doubting me, counting me out of it, saying I could never amount to what I set out to be. But now I see it really was about me. Even when they talk about me, it was about themselves, how they feel about themselves. They have no belief in themselves and framing what people can achieve. Ironic when they are asleep at the wheel as they're sitting on the rest and speak of other people. Oh wait, but there lies the answer. They live off people like cancer. They can't make shit for themselves, so they live on people that have it. I'm fucking right. So I cut these people
learning well, then you can produce well.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. So what's next for you? You got any videos coming? You got a new album working out? What's the name of the album that's out right now?
So my last album that just came out this past year was called Ascension to Greatness.
Okay.
That album was, I appreciate that, man.
Banger.
Thank you, G. I appreciate that.
You got some headbangers on it. Well, go ahead.
For me, I prefer doing albums because for me it's like, it's an opportunity to tell a chapter of my life, a part of my story. That's kind of how I approach like albums. And when I'm making music, I'll approach it from that standpoint of like, does this fit something that feels like it's a chapter of my life? Is this something that's just kind of like a one-off type of thing? Because if it's a one-off, I'll treat it as that. But if it's for Ascension to Greatness, I really want to tell stories over the past 4 to 5 years of my life that I want to have like in a cohesive body of work. And I know in the era that we're in now, it's very popular to just put off songs one-off, but for me, sometimes I just got to put out a project as a project, man, because I know how it made me feel listening to certain projects and being like, this is cohesive and this is special together, not separate.
Instead of some single, just drop the whole thing.
Yeah, so for that, I want to have the whole project out. It's like probably like 9 to 11 tracks off the top of my head, something like that. So a real body of work that put together.
Something to sit down and listen to.
Yeah.
So, you got any videos you gonna be doing to any of these songs or anything?
I don't want to spoil too much, but there is something in the works that we've got coming up here. I have for a record that's already out. I'll say that much.
Okay.
We have something in the works that's developing, man. So you guys will be looking forward to that coming out in the near future. And yeah, I'm always working on music. Right now I've got a project that I'm just about putting the finishing touches on. That's the next iteration of, we had Ascension to Greatness and then going to the name of the project. The next one's called Love All. So yeah, and for me that was the reason why I wanted that name is in my life I tried to over the past few years really figure out like, I think in every single person, even if you don't necessarily like someone, I feel like there's something you can pick out and say, you know what, I appreciate that about you, like I love that about you. Even if it's someone that's really like done a lot of, wrong, or it might be a bad situation, or even, friends and family, like there's always something I feel like, what can I learn? What have you brought into my life, that I can appreciate for one way or another? And it might be like a lesson. It might be like, maybe I shouldn't do these things. Okay. Or it's finding that energy to appreciate, like everyone that is out here and a part of, Earth, a part of what we're doing here, man.
Okay, nice. So what's next for you? Any shows coming up? Where can we see you? I know we'll be able to put on your page and information at the bottom of the screen, or we'll make sure that you get the information on him, on the albums and all of that good stuff. But how about some stage shows coming up? You're gonna be doing some touring anytime this summer?
Yeah. So the best place to check out what I'm doing around the city, because I'm doing a lot of performances. I do like a lot of open mics, different things in the city.
Okay.
Multiple times a week.
I know that you just don't believe in me deep down, girl, no more. So it's that time. Yeah, it's about that time I'm leaving you behind, girl. I've tried, 'cause you always are constantly questioning everything I do.
So this one song is called Your Heart. All right, let's go.
I know you're hurting, can see in your eyes the pain that's inside you is draining your life, girl, and you try to hide it. Girl, I don't know why, girl. gotta share. I'm here, I'm giving you my ear. You say that you want commitment. You don't thought this kid shit. Keep this in the background. You wanna post our love and send it to the gram. So focused on others' judgments. You're rushing what hasn't come yet. Both of us still young, yeah. You're understand on this, so you don't make a stand. Yeah, you're on a different timeline than what I want out of my life. I'm thinking this is the time that we cut ties and find what both of us inside. I know you're hurting. Can see in your eyes the pain that's inside you is draining your life, girl. And you try to hide it. Girl, I don't know why, girl. The more that you fight it, the more it will take for your heart to move on. That one's called Your Heart. I'm a personal song for me. If you came for sad songs, well, you got the prize. Except for this song.
I know I got a lot of, I've been listening to that album, man, and it's really, really got some grooves on it. So I appreciate you, putting out some good music for us, man.
I appreciate that, man.
Gonna definitely be looking out for that next project and see these videos coming out for you. Mr. Chase Davidson in the building. I'm thinking we're gonna be cutting out soon. We're gonna make sure that we get a performance out of you or something today, right?
Absolutely. We're ready to go, man. We got 2 songs lined up. We're gonna be doing Leaving You, which is my newest single that I just dropped. So looking forward to do that. A little bit of a pop record, we did that with Corey Ether. That was really born out of Tribe House, if you're familiar with Tribe House.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I ended up meeting Ether out there because he hosts some of the events that they have for the open mics that they have going on.
Okay.
And at probably like my second time there, I realized I'm like, wait a second, like he's actually making some of these tracks for some of these artists. Because I heard his like tag, I'm like, wait, that's him, he's doing it. And we already had like a good energy or whatnot. So we linked up and we put a record out. That's my latest record.
You got one coming with Ether?
It's out, yeah. So it's called Leaving You, man. So
Nice.
we'll be doing that today. And then the other record that I have is Drown, which is also a fairly new record as well too, which that record's been crazy.
That's a crazy record. Drowned from the album, right?
So I put it out like after the album as a single, but yeah, it's in that same space. I'll give you another spoiler. It's a single, but it's gonna be on my next project. It's gonna be part of Love All as well too. So tied into that.
Awesome. Well, I'll tell you what, we are definitely excited to see what you got coming in the future, man. Can't wait to see it. All right, nice to have you on the show, man.
Thanks, G. Appreciate you, bro.
All right. We'll see y'all soon. Local artists, boys, check us out. We're having a great time here with my man Chase Davidson in the building. Pretty soon we're going to see a performance by him. 2 fingers, man. What brought you to create this show?
Oh man, now here's a big old story. Let's see if we can do this really short. But I created the Local Artist Show because there's some bad artists out there, man.
Yeah, the Midwest is full of great artists. Just being independent. Thank God for the internet.
Yeah.
And things like that now that you can just do what you want to do.
Now, and that's what I'm saying. Before we didn't have that,
yeah,
though.
we didn't have that. So.
And still we're not getting the representation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking all of this rolling around my head and I'm going, hey, why don't we do a local artist show?
Right.
You're all I want, babe. Your hands around my neck, can feel it in your fingers. 5. Y'all ready to get this record here? I need you to tell me what is going on. I hit you last week and still got no response. Feeling like it's time for me to move along, along, girl. Yeah. Cause I gave you the time to go explain yourself, but based off how you're acting, you don't wanna talk. It's probably time for you and I to split apart, girl. I tried to find a way to understand and hear your truths, but you pushed me away and hid your feelings from me too. Girl, it's really a shame that this is how it ends with you, girl. But I am moving on now, girl. Yeah, I am leaving you. Never wanted to end this way, but that's how life goes. You and I these days are splitting off and grown apart. Girl, our energies are not in line like they once was. Wanted different things out of life, so it's time we take our loss. Gotta know when something special's gonna run its course. But the time we spent together, we can cherish that. And the memories we made were always built to last. Even though this is goodbye, I'll hold you in my heart. You will always have a place in me for all you've done. I tried to find a way to understand and hear your truths, but you pushed me away and hid your feelings from me too. Girl, it's really a shame that this is how it ends with you, girl. But I am moving on now, girl. Yeah, I am leaving you.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chase Davidson, and that's my song, Leave Me. Thank you guys so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting into the second record of the night. This is an R&B late night, Title 5. Y'all gonna rock with me. This one's called Drown. Yeah.
You say that you drown in me. You say that you drown in me, my baby, drown in me. You say that you drown in me. It's late at night, you know the time. It's about the hour you come around, when all the clubs are running wild and your friends are going out another round. They want you to come tag along. You tell them that you gon' see me now. They saying, why ain't he come around? You deserve more, you ignore them cause they don't know us. But in the back of your mind now, as you're on your way to my house, you're second guessing your time now. Words that they said haven't left, now they run out your mouth. You're sick of current arrangements, saying I have to change shit. I know where all this came from, words from your friends in your head. You say that you drown in me. You say that you drown in me, my baby, drown in me. You say that you drown in me. I don't know how you say these words. They come out your mouth, girl, they come out your mouth now, baby. This doesn't sound like you at all. Your friends in your head, girl, lately. They think that they know how we are. When no one's around, girl, when no one's around us, baby. We both know deep inside us that we're meant to be, You say that you drown in me. You say that you drown in me, my baby, drown in me. You say that you drown in me.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much, man. That was my song, Drown. Once again, my name is Chase Davidson. It's a pleasure being on the Local Artist Show, man. Much love.
All right, Chase Davidson. We got a little merch for you here, buddy. We want you to rock this nice sweat shirt going on right there with the local artist logo on it. Look at that. Look at that bow. That's how we doing that. Looking pretty good there. So rock that for us, man, when you go do your thing, hitting the streets, you know what I'm saying? Let them know about the show. And we appreciate having you, man. Thanks
Appreciate
for coming.
G. Appreciate G. Thank you guys for having me on. It was a pleasure.
Again, we're going to bring these artists out here and show them and show them some love and respect, man. 2 fingers from your boy, Gene Hicks, a.k.a. G the Man, the local artist show. We out.